Rejection really sucks, and as much as no one likes rejection, it's something every man has to go through at least once in their lives. What really matters is how you react to the rejection and what you make of it. While some weak men taste rejection once and swear to have nothing to do with women again, others use their experience as a lesson and learn how to prevent it from happening again. Today, we are going to be talking about a specific type of rejection tactic, the ever-elusive and dreaded friend zone. The friend zone is the Mariana Trench of relationships where romance goes to die. It's like limbo, you're just floating around aimlessly with no purpose or direction, and that's putting it lightly. Contrary to what most people think, being a guy is not as easy as it seems. Sure, you see a girl you like, she catches your attention, and the next thing on your mind is, I want to make her mine. That's the easy part. Getting the girl, however, is where the real work lies. There are 100 different ways this can go depending on the approach you use, and that's where most guys make a drastic mistake. Most guys start out as friends, hoping to worm their way into the girl's heart and hopefully attain the boyfriend status. Well, let me tell you this, that has only ever worked in movies, and maybe for a handful of people in real life. But things are a lot more complicated than the movies show you. When you approach a girl as a friend, 9 out of 10 times, you end up in the beautiful dead-end limbo we all like to call the friend zone. And get this, once you're in the friend zone, there's no going back. This is where all romance dies. You become that guy that's confided in, trusted, given all the details, and even considered fun to be around. But for some reason, it just never progresses to romance. The girl that you really like simply sees you as a friend and nothing more, to the point where she tells you all about her dating exploits and asks for your opinion about her love interests. Heck, you might even end up watching her be with someone else while hopelessly wishing it was you. Or worse, you get to be the third wheel or Uber driver on their outings. I'm guessing that you already have a solid idea of the friend zone, and that realization is probably enough to make you never want to end up there. So, how do you know you're in the friend zone? For the guys who are so naive, who actually think that everything that has been said doesn't apply to them, there are certain signs that show that you are already a member, possibly a high-ranking noble. Some of these signs include when she talks to you about her romantic interests, when she looks to you for advice about her man problems, when she doesn't flirt back when you try, when she treats you like she treats her other friends when she asks for some random, often annoying or very practical favors from you, or even when she explicitly refers to you as her friend, amongst many other signs. These signs don't mean that you are almost there. Instead, it means that you are getting really close to becoming a permanent member of the friend zone. And as the realization finally hits you, you are probably wondering how you got into such a position. This could be because you acted like a normal friend from the start. You got put on reserve. You were too slow to state your feelings. She thinks you don't like her, or she just doesn't like you. All things considered, it is time you make a move to determine your position and solidify it. No more friend zone, and I will give you 5 ways to make that happen. 5 rules to get the girl and avoid the friend zone. While the friend zone is a place where your romantic feelings go to die, there are certain rules that can help you to avoid it altogether while you get the woman you have set your sights on. Rule 1. Make your intentions crystal clear. You are not her friend. The first thing to note is that you aren't here to become her friend, advisor, or confidant. That isn't why you are getting close to her. A lot of guys get this idea in their head that for them to become the boyfriend, they have to work their way up from being friends. These guys make the mistake of becoming too close to a girl on a regular level, which ultimately ends up being unhealthy and greatly ruins their chances of not being in the friend zone. They may even think this is their best bet and she would get to know them better. However, she will only know you better as a friend and nothing more. That isn't how it works, and while a very tiny fraction scale through, it comes with a lot of difficulties that can be avoided in the first place. You have to break the best friend stereotype and make your romantic feelings known. It is better to act on these feelings than to wait for a chance and die in silence. Or worse, be her chief bridesmaid at her wedding. Ask her out, flirt confidently and appropriately, try for a kiss, and let her know that you're interested, though try not to get smacked while you're trying for that kiss. Rule 2. Know her standards. Every girl knows what she wants in a man, and most times these wants are divided into the unwavering desires or flexible wishes. This is where the talking stage comes in, and yes, it is a crucial part of getting the girl. The talking stage is all about answering certain questions like, what does she value in a partner? Are you an ideal match for her? Are you ready to put in the work to become that person? Her standards matter a lot to her, and they will decide if she drops you hard or not. That said, you also have to be attractive to her during the talking stage. A talking stage can easily and very quickly go sideways if you keep waiting for the information before you take action. Simply creating a feeling of attraction and comfort like a random friend isn't going to help your case regarding attraction, lust, and seduction. You can work towards making yourself more attractive by dressing well, having a pleasant scent, holding good posture, being confident, and by making people around you smile. You could also try hitting the gym to beef up. Work on developing social skills, such as starting stimulating conversations, showing physical closeness using non-sexual touching, and not appearing unattainable or needy. Try not to overdo this, so you don't come off as a desperate bootlicker. Just play it cool. Rule 3. Treat her like your girlfriend. Before you get this rule confused, I'm not saying for you to go around telling everyone that you're in a relationship with her, or worse, get into fights with any male figure around her in the hopes of certifying your dominance. I'm saying that you treat her like you would treat your girlfriend. Let her have a taste of what is to come if she reciprocates your feelings, and there are many ways to make this happen. One of those ways is compliments. Women love being complimented, and doing so would get you her attention while putting you on her good side. Whenever you get the chance, flatter the pants off her, and sound like you mean it. You could also hold her hand while you cross the street, open doors for her when you're alone, put her on the inside when walking by the road, and many more. Whatever you do, make sure to treat her right, and do so respectfully. Rule 4. Don't badger her. It goes without saying, but no girl likes a needy man begging for attention. However, the problem with most guys is that they end up either coming off as pretty desperate or unnecessarily cocky and detached in the hopes of finding the attractive sweet spot right in the middle. You have to be very careful about not making this common mistake. As a guy who likes a girl, you must prioritize her comfort, well-being, and agency, even if you get turned down the first time. Limit the attention you give her and allow her to miss you occasionally, so she realizes how much she cares about you. If she turned you down, avoid pressuring her to change her mind or making her feel guilty for not liking you back. Apart from being what a healthy relationship is all about, this is important because girls tend to notice when guys care about and respect their boundaries. It even makes them feel safer around you and gives you a higher chance of connecting with her in the future. On the other hand, constantly trying to force your feelings of love and affection on her can make her uncomfortable, or worse, see the need to cut you out entirely, which is the opposite of what you wanted. Rule 5. Be comfortable with rejection. Being rejected sucks, but you have to know that you can't always get the girl. Being comfortable with rejection is important to dating, and it will help you explore your options without desperation or awkward jealousy. When you can approach romantic situations with a level head, you will be less prone to making missteps that hurt or eventually push away the girl of your dreams. Reframing your mentality around her after being rejected by a girl you're interested in is very important. Sure, she might change her mind with time, or she may not. Regardless, it's important to make peace with either outcome. Once you can put this into practice, it will be easier for you to let go and open up the door to another possible love interest. All in all, following these rules is imperative to getting the girl of your dreams and staying out of the friend zone. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like the video. Until next time.